What is up? How's it going? It is your boy, Chaotic JGD21, and welcome to the Chaotic Corner. And with me today, I've got my brother from the same mother. This is my man. The fuck we calling you?
BezerkerRedd.
BezerkerRedd. Here we go, baby. We got two bros, no hoes. What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
This is the first time I've had a quote unquote guest on, I guess, the show, if you can call it that. It has been one crazy episode after another in this household. So, just a real quick update for those of you that may care. I almost died a couple of days ago because I was being a disgusting fat body and I was not chewing my food, and I got some chicken fried steak stuck right here in my gullet and wouldn't go up, wouldn't go down. It was just right there, and it was like it basically said, I live here now. And it didn't live there for long. It lived there for about maybe like 2.5 hours. Had to go have an endoscopy done. They stuck a camera down, found where my meat was, and basically removed the meat from my throat hole. And here we go, bada bing, bada boom. I am alive, and we are here for you guys. I didn't know where I was going with that, so I was just like, blah! That's why it's the Chaotic Corner, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Last episode, dude, there was somebody. Well, you know, there was. I told you about it. There was those kids or whatever they were, right over here, right over yonder. They just right over yonder, and they fucked up their truck. I don't know what the hell they did. Hello, Blondie. What are you doing?
I'm playing.
We're trying to shoot a show here.
Okay, so it's not like I'm gonna be making any noise.
Go on, get.
Get on, get, girl. Get on, get. All right. But that's pretty much like that hindered a lot of my stuff that I was going to be doing over the weekend. All of my social media stuff, hanging out with family. I was really proud of this guy right here. He was in the parade. And yeah, we just had a Christmas parade last weekend. I don't know if you can say like who you worked for or whatnot. So
Oh, I work for Sonic, man.
all right,
Yeah.
this man works for Sonic, and this year I guess because they've done so much in the community, right?
Yep. We're sponsors and everything like that. And you all know Salt Bay, Cheese Bay.
Well, they were asked to be part of the parade festivities. They had a really nice float.
Homemade. We did it all ourselves.
Homemade float. My wife helped with design some like really big, huge. Hey, what are those things that you guys make?
Plushies.
They were ginormous. If I find any pictures, I'll probably post them right here in the video or whatever. Or I might post them to my Instagram. You might want to go check it out there. But anyways, so yeah, missed out on that. But really proud of this guy right here. And
Thank you.
I think we should get on with some stuff. What do you think?
Sure, let's go.
All right. Oh man, the cigar is hitting good tonight, boys. As my brother smokes those nasty ass cigarettes.
It's a bad habit. Not because I want to.
Not that this is any better, but you know. All right, so you guys know the drill. I talk about 3 main things that I like, only because that's what I know stuff about. I'm not going to try to talk about things I don't know, which is quite a lot, actually. That's why I only stick to these 3 things. If you want to chime in, if you want to take the conversation off of YouTube, links to my other socials will be in the description below. And do you want people to know your stuff too?
BezerkerRedd, YouTube, Twitch, Discord. Follow me.
All right, I'll make sure, because I will forget that by the end of this thing, and I will make sure that this man's info is also in the description below too. So if you guys want to talk to him about anything, you can do that as well. So first things first, you guys know I'm a Houston Texans fan, and the Houston Texans, we did it again, baby. We did it again. We put them Broncos down. We had to put the horse down, so to speak. And honestly, I didn't think that we were. I did not think we were. It was a very back and forth kind of game, and literally, I would have been happy like either way, only because it was such a great game. I would have been pissed if the Texans lost, of course. It's when your main team loses, you're like, ah, fuck.
I mean,
But-
look at the Cardinals, though.
Ain't nobody looking at the Cardinals right now, okay? And the only reason they're looking at the Cardinals is to try to get some of those good players that ain't doing so hot on the Cardinals. That's what they're trying to
Hey,
do.
The weather helped us, man. The weather helped.
I inhaled. Bad idea. All right. So, anyways, Texans did it again. We are now
That's like when
7, huh?
I was gonna say that's like when a walrus goes up there and smacks into a rock and.
What am I, a walrus now?
Oh, only the sound effects. Only the sound effects.
Oh my gosh. But the Texans are now 7-5? 7-4, 7-5. And with the Jaguars losing to Cincinnati on Monday, that means that if we can at least beat the Jaguars and maybe win the rest of our games, we may be the AFC South champs. And that will be the first time that we've regained our championship status in like the last 6 or 7 years. And they've been a really shitty 6 or 7 years, let me tell you that.
Yeah, you guys had Uncle Rico as a QB for a while.
Yeah, we did. And he literally played like Uncle Rico. He was like, man, just put me in. We're going to win this game. Well, we put him in, and then guess what? Our receiver's over here, and he threw it way over there. And we were like, sit your ass down.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Damn Skippy. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Next on the list, same category, is if anybody is a ref, I feel sorry for you, only because of all the bullshit that you have to go through. Just like there's good people and bad people, and it's going to get a little testy here, so stay with me. So, like, there's some races that are bad, not some races that are bad, holy shit. There are people of certain races that are bad, but yet, because they are a certain type, they get stereotyped and labeled as all's bad. You know what I mean? And so I think this is what's going to end up happening with refereeing, whether it's NFL, hockey, baseball, soccer, whatever it is, water polo. I don't fucking know. Does anybody watch water polo? Do you watch water polo?
I do, yes. I do watch
Nerd.
football.
Nerd. But anyways, this kind of goes with what I'm about to say. So anybody watching the Green Bay Packer Kansas City Chiefs, was it the Sunday night game that it was?
I believe so, yeah.
Sunday night game. Of course you're going to have questionable calls throughout the whole game, but it's really when it comes down to the last 2 minutes and what team is projected to win, that's usually, unless it's like a super crazy margin, like if Kansas City would have had, or if Green Bay would have had 30 points and Kansas City would have had 10, I don't think this would have went down the way it did, but because it was such a close game and all Kansas City had to do was come back and score a touchdown and a 2-point to tie it up, I believe that's what the score was at the time. Um, you can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. I don't care. I'm okay to admit when I'm wrong. Um, but there was a hit that one of the Green Bay Packers did. They gave to Patrick Mahomes, and because Patrick Mahomes is one of the household names in quarterbacks, right?
Right.
You can say that, right?
Yeah.
Anybody looks at him wrong, they get a flag because it's poor little Patrick Mahomes, just like they did poor little crybaby Brady, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
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 All right. So, the guy barely tapped him. The Mahomes like flew out of bounds, even though he was in bounds, went out of bounds to stop the clock. And the Green Bay Packer got flagged, and the Chiefs were awarded like a 15-yard penalty, roughing or like unnecessary roughness or whatever. I was like, that's some bullshit right there. A couple of plays later, this was actually the ending of the game. End of the game, Mahomes throws a deep ball, forgot who he was throwing to, and the Packer receiver miscalculated his jumped a little bit too early, got on the guy. He was all on him like this, and the ball was incomplete. It was a 4th down play. So, incomplete pass, Green Bay goes on to win the game. No pass interference call. I honestly think the refs need to be held accountable in these types of situations, because that literally made or broke the game. Because guess what? What if that pass interference was called and the Chiefs got moved down to like the 10-yard line, I think it was? Do you think that Kansas City would have been able to punch it in for the end zone and win the game?
It's 50-50. I mean, they have been to the Super Bowl and won it numerous times. Yes, they most definitely could go down there and punch it in with
Okay.
ease, probably. Credit where credit's due. I still feel like refs need to be held accountable regardless of how I feel about how good a team could do. It's not good when the refs are helping.
My point exactly. And you hit the nail right on the head, dude. Because, and it's not just the Green Bay Kansas City game. I wish I would have really wrote down the notes for which games that have been really decided by the refs. But there's been quite a few this year. What are we in, week 13? Week 14 next week, I think it is. And there's been at least 3 or 4 games that have been decided on really bad calls by the ref. No calls, horrible, shitty calls that get the other team into scoring advantage.
Yeah.
And I think that's also deflates the morale, don't you think? Because, the defense is doing their job, they're stopping them, and then all of a sudden you just go, and it's like a 30-yard penalty. That's not true, but you get my over-exaggeration. And then that deflates the morality of the defense. We just stopped them, what the hell? And so now they've got that mentality of shit, well, if we can't stop them then, we're not going to stop them now. And then that gives the other team the momentum to drive down the field. Do you think so?
Yes and no. I mean, I feel like endurance and all of that kind of play a part as well. I mean, yeah, the refs can make bad calls, and I played football. I'm still going to rock you. I don't care. You throw a flag on me, I'm going to hit them harder the next time. You know what I mean? I do not think there should be a flag thrown when a quarterback goes 5 yards or more. He is now a running back, meaning I can knock your freaking shoulder pads off if I could. So,
You heard it straight from BezerkerRedd's mouth right there. And this man...
And don't you forever get it, brother.
That's why he's called Berserker, because he was a monster. But I have this question for you, because we are kind of going on a little bit too long on this one, but and that's just because I get long-winded sometimes. A little passionate, yeah. Anyways, my question is, do you think refs are paid off in any sport? Whether it's basketball, baseball, um, soccer, hockey. Did I say football already?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
I probably did. I don't know. Because,
Roller derby, MMA.
ooh, especially MMA. Oh, that's a good one because there's been a couple of
50-yard dash.
questionable
Refs,
stoppage.
I'm telling you, stop it.
I don't know what they're doing in the 50-yard dash, but apparently BezerkerRedd seen something. I don't know. He's seen something I haven't seen. I don't know. But yeah, that's my question for you guys. Do you think refs are paid off in any sport? And let us know in the comments below. Next on the agenda is gaming.
Now, I've got something to say about that. What are you guys feeling about Grand Theft Auto 6? I mean, come on. It's been 10 years. They're still making us wait again. I mean, they better really go over and beyond. Oh, great. There's brand model cars and all this and that, and the trees are a little greener. I swear, if the mechanics better be rebuilt, everything needs to be different and better about this game.
You know-
let me know what you think. BezerkerRedd.
You know, when that game releases, you know there's still going to be that bug where you're going to be walking into the car and you're going to be doing this
Yeah.
and nothing's going to happen and you're going to see everything else moving around, but your guy's just doing this,
Yeah.
not getting in the car, not doing nothing, just doing this. I have yet to see the trailer for Grand Theft Auto.
I saw it. Sorry IGN, I saw a little bit of leaked gameplay for GTA 6 as well. And
Ooh.
yeah, man, my opinion is that it's not going to be worth the $65-$70 that people are going to definitely spend on it just because it's new. I feel like Rockstar should have come out with it 5 years ago, maybe. All the different storylines and games that are coming out these days,
Mhm.
they are really going to have to fight to stay alive.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not sure like what other games that might be coming out they're going to rival GTA, but then again or other than me like dying over the weekend, like I haven't really been like up to date on all of my gaming stuff. I just know that GTA, because it was all over my X/Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I'm sorry, Elon. It's still Twitter, dude. Just because you changed it to Brand X. It's still Twitter, dude.
Space Force. For $10,000, you too could take a one-way trip to Mars. Run it.
Let's do it in the Cybertruck. In other news, Metal Hellsinger, they're coming out with new DLC. This one's called Purgatory. You're gonna have. I think they already did one with Will Ramos. Shoot, I can't remember the guy's name. It's the vocalist for Fit for an Autopsy. There's a chick, I forgot what her damn name is, and Matt Heafy. He's doing another track for the game, and there's going to be a new weapon. I think there's going to be a horde mode. It's going to be really, really awesome. I can't wait for that to come out. Actually, what's today? The 6th?
Today is the 6th.
It comes out mañana, tomorrow. Whatever tomorrow is in your language. That I am too ignorant to speak right now. But if you are not familiar with Metal Hellsinger, I actually have a full story gameplay on the channel. Go check it out. And then if you like what you see, even though my gameplay is horrible, the mechanic and the way that the game was made and developed, if you like that style, definitely go check it out and make sure you get that DLC because it is going to be straight fire. And just like I said on my stream last night, I am going to come out and I'm going to be a man, even though not many people have watched my videos, but I'm coming out and saying it anyway. I'm going to apologize for the developers over there that made Metal Hellsinger. I literally wrote this game off because when they made their first DLC package, it was like like mainstream, like pop rock, pop punk, whatever it was.
Well, they needed to grab the whole fan base.
Well, that's what I was kind of like. Okay, it's whatever, but then again, they really heavily focus this game on metal and the metal heads and the metal scene. So to get like alternative and whatever style of music onto the game when it wasn't really marketed for that, that's when I was just kind of like, I'm done with this game. I'm done with it. But they've already made me change my mind and made me want to apologize, which I'm doing now. They came out with a song with Christina Scabia, whatever her name is, one of the lead singers for Lacuna Coil. Then they came out with a monster beast of a track with Will Ramos from Lorna Shore. And then now they've got these other 3 songs that they're coming out with these other badass vocalists. And then they also have tracks. I don't know if it's a game called Dusk or if it's from somebody that works within the system. I don't know. But they've got other metal songs that you can listen to, or not listen to, but you can play the game to. And it's literally Doom mixed with Guitar Hero. You're slaying demons to the beat of a song. And it is fantastic. It's actually helping me with my drumming, because you have to, in order to keep your score up, you got to keep on like the time signature.
Yep.
And so when you're sitting there going, pew, 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 you're doing it to the beat of the song, which is freaking cool, and I like it.
That's awesome. Yes.
I've been playing some more Diablo 4, getting ready for their season ends on January 23rd, but they're having a winter event or whatever starting next week, which is going to be great because I'll be off for the next 2 weeks. Well, after next week, I'll be off for 2 weeks because of Christmas break.
Lucky.
And that's right, baby. That's what happens when you are a bus driver. And so yeah, I can't wait to see what they got going on with that. Apex Legends has got some crazy stuff coming out. I believe there's going to be a new event. I think Loba's going to have her new like prestige skin or whatever the hell, where you've got to do like 1,000,000 damage in order to like upgrade it and whatever. Even though it looks really sick. They've done Bangalore, Revenant, Caustic, I think. No.
They did Caustic
Uh,
a while back.
Well, I mean,
Gave him like an updated,
but I
like,
mean, it's all.
legendary outfit or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was that one I had, the yellow one. It was
Well,
all
no,
green,
no. This one, no. These are different. These are prestige skins. This is and I have a bone to pick with Respawn because I've played this game for almost 3 years now. I took off a season because of my own stupidity, but I took off for a season, and I still have yet to unlock heirloom shards. The little red shards, they're red shards, and when you get them in a pack, that's enough to either get an heirloom for one of the characters, or you can unlock a prestige skin. So Bloodhound has one, Bangalore, Loba's gonna have one, Wraith has one, and I think one more person has one, but I'm not quite sure who. But yeah, me and BezerkerRedd, we're gonna be trying to do some streaming stuff together with some Apex. Fortnite's come out with like a whole brand new, looks like it's a brand new map, brand new everything. Same BS ways to die, but it's still fun. So me and BezerkerRedd, we might jump on some Fortnite. I know me and my kiddos, we're gonna probably jump on some Fortnite, and we're gonna wreak havoc on people, or they're gonna wreak havoc on us, and then I'll get mad at my kids. They'll get mad at me for being an old guy trying to play a young kid's game. I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
I'm gonna try to spend $10 on the Battle Pass, man, because it's been a long time, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I want to do the Battle Pass for Fortnite because of.
I was talking about Apex.
Apex.
I'm all over Apex. Like I've played Fortnite and stuff, and it's cool, but Apex is really where it's at for me.
All right. Well, then it looks like me and BezerkerRedd are going to be playing more Apex than Fortnite. So the Fortnite will be me and the kids. One more thing with the games, and then we'll move on to music because that's gonna be the good stuff. Not that all this other stuff isn't good, but this is gonna be the more better, gooder stuff. Uh, the game predecessor. If you are familiar with the game Paragon, that came out like almost like 10 years ago or something like that for the PlayStation and PC. It is a 5v5 MOBA. It's literally League of Legends but third person. Um, it was set up beautifully. You've still got the 3 lanes. You got jungle. You have uh, now you have a raptor camp. Well, you get one big huge raptor that gives like a bunch of like XP and stuff, and then you have Orb Prime. There's been a bunch of different iterations with it, um, but predecessor I think is gearing more towards the Paragon old ways or in the old days. As there's another game called it's literally called Paragon the Overprime, and that game is fun. That's like its own little entity in its own. We're trying to do something here. Don't be shooting your basketball over here.
My bad.
You okay?
I can't score. I'm trying to like shoot from right there. It won't work.
Well, keep trying and you'll get it. But that's also another game that me and this guy we're going to be trying out. He'll be a predecessor. He's a predecessor virgin, so to speak. So I'm going to help him bust his cherry on that. I told you were going to do it. As you don't see my thumbs up to my daughter with my right hand because it's off screen. But predecessor, they've got 2 brand new heroes that Omega Studios made themselves, as well as them using the Paragon assets to build the map, the minions, the characters. There's a couple of characters that their kits have changed, so it's not like how it was back in the day. They kind of revamped it, made everything better. So that's going to be really neat. And this guy has, I've got the PlayStation. That's what I got my code for. So he's going to be playing on the PS5. I'm going to be playing on the PC. We're going to try to figure out a way to like do a video or something. I don't know. We'll see, because it is their console beta month. So if you're looking to try a new game, go to predecessor.com, I believe, and you can sign up and get your code for whatever you're playing, whether it's Xbox, whatever Xbox, PlayStation. I don't know if it's for PlayStation 4. I do know it's for PS5, but I think they would be kind of dumb and shooting themselves in the foot if they also didn't do PlayStation 4. So, but yeah, there's that. That's all the gaming news or gaming information that me and Berserker got for you this fine evening. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh man, I think this just hits different because of what happened. But next and finally, we are finally at the last thing on the list. If I can learn how to speak, we have finally made it to our music topic. Let's see. Should I talk about Kiss and what they're doing, or should I talk about Noxious first?
I mean, you could talk about Kiss and what they're doing. You're talking about the end of era, beginning of a new one when they're going all digital, making their own avatars and stuff.
I do not like that.
Oh.
And I will tell you why. All right. So, for those of you that may or may not know, there's a band called Kiss. 4 dudes from New York. Well, at least the 4 original members that started it, they were all from New York. Did their thing from like the early 70s. Had some issues. They replaced the drummer and the guitar. Well, they replaced Peter Criss and Ace Frehley with there was a couple of guitarists before before they had Tommy Thayer. They did have a drummer named Eric Carr, badass drummer, taken away from us too soon. Fuck cancer. Um, I still think that if he was alive to this day, Kiss wouldn't have. I think Kiss would have changed their sound a little bit. They would have went a little bit more heavier. They wouldn't have stayed like this glam rock kind of thing that they were doing. But they ended up getting another drummer. His name is Eric Singer. So now you've got Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Eric Singer, Tommy Thayer. Holy shit, I am a fucking nerd. I sound like Dad right now. Like, let me tell you something, boy. But I believe was it New York, Madison Square Garden. They just did their last show.
Yeah.
So they
Their
did
fourth last show.
Yeah, their fourth or fifth last show. After their like 10th last and final tour. And what they were talking about was, they're all obviously older. I don't know if Tommy Thayer is really that old. I don't think Eric Singer is that old, but I know Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley are like ancient. But the fact that they can all still get up there on stage and do what they're doing, fucking amazing. We saw them, like 5-6 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, Phoenix with Def Leppard.
Yeah, we saw them with Phoenix, Def Leppard, and Cobra and the Lotus opened for them, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so that was a pretty fun time. They still put on a fantastic show, even though it wasn't like the super like grand stage of performance that they normally put on. It was still pretty epic. I do not like the idea of them doing avatars and working with this company out of Sweden that does like these crazy elaborate light shows. I do not like the fact that they're making their avatars with the light shows and stuff like that, because I feel like if the band is done, then the band is done. You know what I mean? Obviously, Metallica hasn't stopped. A lot of the other.
They're still releasing new albums though.
I know. Well, see, and that's the
New
thing.
music.
And see, and I don't think
They're not
Kiss
just playing the same set list.
And see, and I think that's what. I mean, granted, Kiss is still living off of like the 70s and 80s, kind of momentum that they had, and
They're
so
living off of the same songs that they played during the Alive show.
pretty much, and so with them wanting to call it quits, but then technically not call it quits because they still want to get paid, and so they're gonna have people get charged ridiculous amount of money to go watch a light show of Kiss when they were in their prime, because I think that's what they're doing. They're making the light show to where they're making them look like how they did when they were younger. So to do that and then still charge people like hundreds of dollars for tickets and stuff. I mean, I'm just speculating that's what could probably happen. And if that is the deal, like that's like a big old FU to your fans, because they're not even going to see like actual people. They're going to be there and they're going to watch this light show. And nobody wants to see the light show. They want to see, real human being Gene Simmons get up there with his fucking axe bass and do the little bass solo with the blood coming out and that shit is epic. That's what people will pay the 5, 6, 7, 800 to like $1,000 or more dollars a ticket to go see that. That's what they want to pay to see. They don't want to pay to see a high priced like disco show. That's what I'm going with. Disco show. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does what I said kind of make sense?
Yep.
It doesn't sound like I'm being an asshole.
Nope.
Okay, good.
All good.
Oh, this will be the first episode that I'll make it through an episode where the cigar doesn't go out. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that if a band can't continue because they just physically can't, Do you think that they should move on to doing the light show thing as well, or creating their avatars or whatever it is? Um, like, would you see Ozzy doing that? Would you see Iron Maiden? Uh, Slayer. Do you see Slayer getting avatars and having a light show done for Slayer? Like, would you see any of that happening?
I feel like they're trying to one up the hologram idea.
Exactly. And the hologram idea,
Michael Jackson, Dio, they did it
yeah,
with all of, not a lot, but they've done it with
they
a few great artists.
just so you guys know that I am a little bit cultured. They also did it with, I believe they did it once with Eazy-E, and they also did it with Tupac.
Yeah.
But it was like a one-time deal or whatever. It wasn't like, okay, we're gonna have this hologram on tour with us, so we're gonna pay people. People are gonna pay to see this person, but they're not really seeing that person.
Yeah.
A glorified Vegas act. That's what it would be.
They already have that in Vegas for Kiss. They already have a glorified Vegas act.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they have restaurants and they have the Kiss cruise that they get paid for.
Yeah.
All the revenue from Kiss Online. I know all of it's trademarked. You know what? I'm going to stop talking. Don't sue me, Paul Stanley.
Oh, it's not Paul.
Can't
it's
afford
not,
it anyway.
It's not Paul Stanley. It's Gene Simmons. That'll be like, listen, punk.
I'm Jewish. You're going to give me your fucking money.
You said the word kiss. You now owe me $1 million. Like, bitch, you piss $1 million. Like, shut up.
Excuse me. Yep.
But yeah, that's that. And I'll say the question again because I know we went on after that. But do you think that avatars are going to be the new hologram? There you go. Thanks for helping me reword my question. Do you think that the light shows are going to be the new and improved holograms, and do you think that bands should do it? Speaking of bands, and this will be the last thing I talk about, and then me and BezerkerRedd, we are going to hang it up. So, you guys know I talk about my band, Noxious. Well, now it's going to be Noxious CCHC, because there's like a whole mess of stuff going on. Apparently there's like 6 bands with the name Noxious, I think, that's out there. And so our online stuff is going to be Noxious CCHC. That stands for Cochise County Hardcore. Even though we're not really like hardcore, but
You guys are not hardcore at all.
we kind of help like try to keep that type of scene alive down here in our town, because
You guys are so much heavier than hardcore.
there's nothing down here that has that. So it's kind of like, and plus, I guess the CCHC, that I guess kind of like rides a lot down here.
Yep.
And I didn't know that. They I guess it was like a really big scene back in the day, and that's why they have CCHC. And a couple of the guys that are in the band, they've been around that long that they were a part of that scene, so that's why we're kind of rolling with that. But this is the good news. We are having our CD release party next Friday. That's December 15th. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to live stream it on the Chaotic JGD 21 channel, because I haven't quite made the subscription limit on my Johnny Two Sticks channel. Still working on that. I might end up having to wait a couple more weeks until I can get some better quality drums to get y'all's way. So I might upload something, I might not. So make sure that you are subbed. Make sure you like, share, and make sure that that bell is rung, so that way you know when I upload a video and all that good stuff. But I am going to try to do a live stream of that show. I might live stream every band, except the opening band, because I believe they're like like a hard rock heavy metal cover band or something like that. And so obviously due to copyright stuff, like I won't be able to live stream some of that or most of it. So there's going to be at least 2 bands, mine included, that'll get live streamed. As long as the internet and stuff holds up. We're using the first band as a guinea pig. Sorry, Calamity Rising, but yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, super super stoked. I joined this band, I'd say 2 years ago. The band's been around for about 3 years. Granted, you know, I was with these guys for a whole year, learning the songs, perfecting the songs before we got into the studio. I still messed up a little bit, but just the fact that it's me on the drums, not a drum machine, that makes me want to like pump this out a lot more than I have in the past. But if you're wanting to check that out, definitely make sure that you're subscribed and have that bell rung, so that way when I post throughout the week next week of what's going on and what we're doing, you'll be notified. Also, next week when our CD releases, it's also going to be available on Spotify, iTunes. If you, I don't know how we're going to do it, but if you want to hit up the band on Facebook, I believe that's the only social media that we have is Facebook right now. You guys can hit us up at facebook.com/wearenoxious. I do that every fucking time. I'm sorry. But you can message the band page there, and if you would like a CD, we can work something out. I don't know how the pay thing will work, like Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. I don't know. We'll figure all that stuff out. But it'd be really, really awesome if you guys want a CD or whatever. We can hook you up that way. We're going to be trying to have shirts and stuff like that. If we don't have shirts by the 15th, we're definitely going to have shirts and other merch ready by our next CD release, which will be next year sometime. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's gonna be about it for all of that. CD release party for Noxious CCHC next week, next Friday. That's how I'm gonna get my 2-week break started, with a freaking badass show. How about that?
There you go.
And your ass is gonna be there, right?
Yep, I'm gonna be there.
Aww. Well, guess what? My cigar is out, so that means me, your boy, Chaotic JGD 21, and my boy, BezerkerRedd, we are going to be out as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Smash the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, know the bell, become one with the bell, so me and BezerkerRedd don't have to come ring your bell for not making our bell ring. If that makes sense, I don't know. It's going to make sense. I don't give a shit.
Goodbye, glorious people.